Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel on faith, fitness, and finance. Today is Power Boost Thursday. I'm glad that you tuned in today because today I want to talk about a few things about how to take your pain and turn it to triumph. How to take your pressure and turn it into power. It's important that you do that. Because if you don't know how to turn your pain into power and your pressure into power, and you don't know how to take it and make it and become triumphant over it. I became who I was because of what I went through. Some people only live where their last pain was. Whatever affected them, they still live in that area of their lives. I'm telling you that because I know for a fact that I used to live there. I used to live where my last pain was. I never saw myself as a pretty girl, never saw myself as a beautiful girl, beautiful woman. I never saw that. I never saw how I really looked in the mirror until about maybe almost 3 years ago. My husband would always tell me, "Oh, Ree, you're such a pretty woman. You look nice." I knew I had beautiful things. I knew I had nice clothing. I knew that. I knew they looked well on me when I dress up, but I never saw myself in the mirror at all. I would get dressed, fix my hair. I knew my hair was cute. I knew that was cute. I would always say different things. I love my hair. It's so cute. But I still did not see myself in the mirror. So Power Boost Thursday, we're going to make your pain useful. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to learn how to make your pain useful. When I grew up, I didn't grow up in a nice house from some privileged family. This was the house that I lived in. But in that house and from that house, it was a lot of pain there. But I'm telling you, there was a lot of imagination. Where there's a lot of pain, you got to know that there is power. The Bible teaches us to casting down imagination and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God and bring into captivity every thought on the obedience of Christ. You got to learn how to cast down things that come up against your mind, imaginations, every high thing, anything that exalts itself against your purpose, against what God has for your life. And bring into captivity every thought, things that you even think about your own self, things that you have become to believe, things that's trying to connect itself. Some things were woven itself into the fabric of your mind and the fabric of your soul, and you think that's the way that you are. But that's not the way that you are. It's not the way that you are at all. So we're going to take our pain, and you'll take your pain and make it useful. Take your pain and make it powerful. Take your pressure and make it power. Let it be your fuel to success. You got to know that. Because when I looked in the mirror, I saw this girl in the mirror that, just was a person. I didn't even see my own face. Yeah, I could make my face up. I could do different things, but I did not see myself. I saw the girl with the child. I saw the girl that was just all beat up. I saw the girl that was a lawnmower mechanic. I saw her. I never saw anything beautiful. But you know what? I had a grandmother that knew how to encourage me. Now, my mother was ruthless in the way she encouraged you, but they were all true. Most of the stuff she said was true. It was hard, but it was truth. She was doing the best that she knew and how to help her children and how to really help me. She was doing the best that she could. But I remember my grandmother would say to me, "Show 'em, Marie, sight beat the world." Sight beat the world. And I see that to be a truth to this day. You got to live beyond your pain. You got to live beyond your pressure. You got to stop telling yourself what you can't do and start telling yourself what you can accomplish it. Yes, I can, Barack Obama said. Yes, we can. When he became the president, he said, yes, we will. Things that it seemed like nobody else got a chance to do it. If They didn't get a chance to do it. It does not mean that it cannot be done. So I just want to encourage you to never think yourself to not to be important, and take that extra mile. Go the extra mile. Stop thinking that what you have to say is not important. Stop thinking that what you have to do is not important, because you are important. And I'm speaking to the woman in the mirror. I wore my warfare clothes because this means war. I'm talking to the woman in the mirror. See, when you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? There are people that look at themselves in the mirror and they don't look like I did. I looked in the mirror and I saw somebody that really wasn't nobody, wasn't no important, not a pretty girl, didn't even see that at all. I remember I came home singing and feeling the spirit, singing I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who will save anybody, who can save anybody. And I sung that song and it was all in my heart, and I was singing it and I started to cry and singing, and I was in the bathroom singing away, I'm just a nobody. My mother was enraged. She screamed so loud, bammed on the bathroom door, and said to me, stop singing that song, because you are somebody, as she yelled through the bathroom door. As I stood there in tears and afraid and hurt, she said, I did not raise nobodies. And if you are nobody, you will never be heard by anybody. So shut up. She told me. She was telling me the truth. My mind did not understand that. She knew that I was going to be something. She wanted me to be the person that she had envisioned me to become. And I went to church that evening and I testified, didn't call her name, wasn't going to do that. But I said I was being discouraged, but that was the best encouragement that I had ever gotten. You are somebody, and dare you sing that you're nobody. Dare you say that who I have raised and the child that I had is nobody. It angered my mother. It angered her so. And I never sung that song again. Not because I was afraid. I just let it sit in the back of my mind. Until one day I heard Jesse Jackson, who said that I am somebody. When he said I am somebody, I realized that my mother was telling me the truth. And that lay resident in my heart, that I am somebody. So there are people that when they look in the mirror, they see different. They're like, I know you've heard the story of Snow White, when the wicked stepmother would get into the mirror and the evil queen, and she said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And they say, you're my queen. You're the fairest of them all. There are some people that don't want any kind of competition or don't want anybody to be great other than themselves. So when they say mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And all of a sudden, you realize in the mirror that there is someone else that's better than you. You have to learn to straighten up other women's crown and praise other women for the goodness that they do. You have to be good at celebrating someone else and be more happy about them as well. It makes you a greater person and makes you a bigger person. But she could not stand that this woman, Snow White, was going to be a fair queen. She didn't want that. And there are people, when they look at themselves and they say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? They want everybody beneath them. But you got to know that you are greater than that. Learn to praise other people. So if I'm talking to you, learn to appreciate the beauty of others. Learn to appreciate that. Learn to adapt some of the qualities of others. We are all made up of other women and other people that we have met and admired and have loved. We have developed into that. I say all the time, I'd rather be original than a cheap copy of someone else. But the truth of the matter is that we're made up of all people. Just think about all the people that raised you. Think about your mother and qualities that you have like your mother. Teachers that gave you little bits to kind of make the adjustment. Learn to make the adjustment and help other women to make their adjustment. Someone said that if your crown is crooked, you just straighten it up. Help another woman to straighten up her crown. You just do that. Be there for them. Be there for others. Be there for other people. Learn that you have power. Power Boost Thursday is just... Today is like a struggle. You're past the middle of the week, but you're at a point that you want to give up. That's why Power Boost Thursday is like life. It's at a point that you're almost there, but you're not quite always finished. You're not at payday yet. You're not at the end of the week to gather the paycheck, but you have done some work and you get tired. You get frustrated and you just want to stay at home. Sometimes you just want to put the weights down. You just want to change the diet. You just want to just let yourself go. It's okay. Let yourself go for the day. Wear your pajamas. Stay in the house if you like. Sit down, curl up in your blanket. If you feel like you want to cry, like I tell people all the time, let me cry. I'm not a crier, but I'm like, if I start to cry, let me cry. Let me shed my tears. If I fall on the floor, let me fall on the floor. And if I have that little tantrum, let me have that little tantrum. Let me cry. But when I am done crying, when I get up, I'm going to be all right. Sometimes you just have to cry it out. Cry it out. Cry it out. Cry it out. But in the morning, get up because it's going to be all right. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I used to make quotes. I used to say all kinds of quotes. I still do it. People take my quotes and utilize my quotes as though they quoted it. I'm like, oh, okay. I just let it go. You have to learn that, hey, I am more than a conqueror and my words are important. Learn to take your words and record your words and lock them down to you. Because people will take advantage of you. They'll take advantage of who you are. You know, you have to have reasons. There are many reasons why you will encourage yourself. Encourage yourself that, hey, I'm not where I need to be, but I'm definitely not where I was. I'm definitely not the girl on Gardonia Street, but the girl on Gardonia Street still lives inside. The girl from Gardonia Street had the power of imagination. You got to know that in your pain have the power of imagination. In your pain have the power of triumph. In your pain have the power of a victory, because a victory is always ahead. You got to know that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. You got to know that your power and your strength lies within, and you have to cast it down, imagination, and every high thing that even try to creep into your own mind, and put it away and say that I am victorious. I am somebody. I will accomplish. I can do all things through Christ that strengthen me, and I definitely can conquer my faith and strengthen my ability, because I have the power from within. And the power from within will always push and push its way out. It will come out if you allow it to. So let that power come out. I just want to boost you and encourage you to say, get out there and walk. Get out there and walk. I want to boost you and encourage you to say, get on that treadmill. Do what you have to do, whether it's 5 minutes, 1 minute. I say, if you can't do a plank, lay on your back, put your hands in the air, legs in the air, hold them there as long as you can, let down, do it again. Do it again until you can accomplish it. Do it again, because after a while, you may not accomplish it at first. It may not be but no more than just a few seconds, but a few seconds will become 30 seconds, and 30 seconds will become 1 minute, and 1 minute will become 5 minutes. I'm telling you, you have the ability, but you got to praise the little things that you do. Clap your hands in victory and know that you are more than a conqueror. So let's do this. Let's make this happen. And I'll see you Monday on Meal Prep Time. And don't forget to go to that button and subscribe, because you're going to need these encouragement as you go. You're going to need me constantly encouraging you, because if you don't value yourself, you will accept anybody that comes along. Because when you see yourself in the mirror, you don't see yourself as pretty. You don't see yourself as anything. And the first thing you do, you accept anything that come along. But me, with my imagination, I didn't accept anything that came along. I may have had all kinds of problems in my life. I may have looked in the mirror and didn't see myself. But one thing that I did not want abuse. So you got to learn how to take those things that you've been abused. Yes, you've gone through. You got to learn how to take that thing and put it up under your feet and rise above it. You got to rise above it. Don't live in your last pain. See you next week. Subscribe to the page. And I can't wait to prepare some meals for you on Monday. Have a good day.